Welcome to Trading the Close. I'm head trader Benjamin Poole with head trader
Drew Dosick right here.
And we're going to go over some charts with you guys today. This market has been just in a total float mode. We had a couple stocks that floated a little bit higher, pulled back, and then around lunchtime, what happened?
Market's just propelled higher.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and we're being led not by NVIDIA, so this is a little bit different. AVGO is one big winner of the day, but let's take a look at the heat map. You got that?
Yep, okay. So as you can see, NVIDIA is down 1.5% when a lot of the other technology stocks are either flat or kind of muted on the day. As you can see, the gray areas are just kind of a flat line for the day, whereas NVIDIA is the big loser today, down 1.5%. We have technology, we have Microsoft is up, but the real winner is Google. Google is up 4.15%. That's on the back of a supercomputer. You want to talk about that? Why that's up?
Yeah, you've got quantum computing is catching craze. It's several years out from being able to be worked on by average individuals. However, it's really starting to catch traction. Other quantum computing chip companies are starting to excel, but people are starting to jump on the bandwagon for Google right here. As you can see, up 4.15%. NVIDIA down. Apple also is up. You've got the energy sector is down, so it's a little bit of a mixed bag, but ultimately we are starting to float up, getting into that holiday volume.
That's right. We got Tesla up, that's up 5.7% or 5.45% as well. And the big thing to watch for is the finance section. As you can see, like JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citi, they're all kind of flatline. I think we're waiting for what's going to happen on Wednesday, because there's supposed to be a Fed announcement around 2:30, supposed to be another rate cut of 0.25%. And so the stock market is going to be pretty muted as far as like the overall sentiment. So we might have a little bit more of a float up to see what happens with Powell.
Correct. Yeah, we're anticipating the 25 basis point cut, but we don't know what sort of guidance and the dialogue that's going to transpire in the meeting afterwards. That's what really everybody's going to be paying attention to. Basically, our last major economic event before we get into the holidays.
Okay, so let's go over a couple charts. Drew's going to go over the QQQ chart. Let me go ahead and switch to that.
All right, check out the Nasdaq today, and as we mentioned, this is on the weekly chart. Notice this parallel channel that's developed over the last several weeks and months. But what are we doing? We find ourselves today right up in the top of it, right here at the top. So you'll notice with this move up, and it's not a gradual move up, it's a nice vertical move up, we will likely start experiencing resistance right in this area. So beware on the coming days. If the tech industry starts selling off a little bit, it would make sense. What would also make sense is a little bit of a move up, and then a potential turnaround, retesting this trend line, and then this is going to be the line in the sand if price does get up above it, because then we have an opportunity to move higher, or if we break it, then we're going to have an opportunity to come down to the lower end of that parallel channel.
So yeah, this could be a major top for the Nasdaq composite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go over the gold chart. The gold chart right now, it's just kind of chopping sideways. It's in this nice upsloping parallel channel, which is actually a bullish parallel channel. However, something to think about or consider is you've got the first hit down here. First hit down here. Second hit is here, which means that the third hit, if it were to come down, this is actually going to be a lot of support. And so for me, the chart of gold still has a lot more upside. Right now, as you can see, Gareth had drawn in that this pivot top right here was going to be a lot of resistance. So the more we attack this upper end, the more likely we are to head up. And so the next level of resistance, if we can pierce this level, is this upper end, probably right around $3,000 on gold. Now, if it starts to break down, we've got a lot of downside. You're going to see this pivot right here, right around 25.50, and then you have all this price consolidation right in this area, probably coming down to about 24.50 on gold. Nice. So Drew is going to talk about Bitcoin now.
Yeah, what a move on Bitcoin today, making all new time highs again. Bitcoin pushed up through 100,000 over the weekend, was toying around with the previous all-time high of about 103,000. There we go. All right, and then since today, as you see, we've got this parallel channel displayed. Notice these pivots. First high on 2021, and then we have second one is here at 2021 as well. And then we have all the way back up here, the third one, very much like what Ben was talking about with the gold chart, how when we hit the third time of these parallels, the opportunity and the probabilities for a pullback are very high. So expect a whole bunch of resistance in this area. Should Bitcoin push up higher, this 110 level will be easily reached, but then potentially we could start seeing a curl over at that time. 107,500 was the resistance today for Bitcoin. So we'll have to see over the coming days, especially with the FOMC, how Bitcoin reacts to that.
So one thing that I wanted to note in the chart of Bitcoin is you've got this nice upsloping trend line right here that it's supporting. So as long as it can stay above that trend line on Bitcoin, then it's got more potential upside. So that's what you're looking for, is you're looking for a break or maybe more of a topping tail on Bitcoin. So when this starts to break, then you've got this pivot right here, right around $92,000, and then you've got this low pivot point right here, right around $74,000. You've got all this pivot high. This was the previous all-time high, and then all this support in this area. And so just kind of wanted to bring that to our attention. So right now, Bitcoin, again, is still in an uptrend until it breaks. I mean, it can still go higher, right? Until it breaks to the downside. All right, so I'm going to go over AVGO. AVGO has been a crazy mover as of late.
There we go.
So this is the daily chart of AVGO. It had all this choppiness in here, basically price consolidation until earnings. Earnings report, it is actually up 40% on the back of earnings. So right here, it hit the $250 level. Now this is a key psychological level for AVGO. So we got a little bit of a pullback. If we don't get continual pullback off of that $250 level, it's most likely going up to $275 or even possibly $300. So this is a stock that we're really looking at on a continual basis. If it comes down, a key level is going to be this gap fill right here. So this is around the $225 level. It's going to be provide a pretty nice bounce from there. And then if it does start to sell off even more, you're going to get down to this 180 level. That will be a huge buying opportunity for AVGO. Their earnings weren't actually that great, but what happened was their guidance was absolutely incredible. Mm-hmm. So that's the chart on AVGO.
Nice.
So the other one that we had was SMCI. Woo.
Yeah, kind of a opposite situation here. We have SMCI, as you guys see, made an awesome run up, almost touched $50 right here, but then came right back down. And then news today hit. We closed here on Friday. News today hit that SMCI is being taken out of the Nasdaq 100. With that news, price was coming straight down. As you notice, we had a gap fill right here that was hit and bounced through, but we have a major level of support. You can see this yellow trend line that has not been tagged yet. It's just beneath $30. I'm hoping and anticipating SMCI to come down tomorrow, maybe even later this week, pierce this level. This will be a great buying opportunity, likely intraday for day trading, but we have other levels further down here that are going to be great for swing trading because these areas are going to be less risky. Keep in mind, SMCI is not out of the woods yet. They still have not filed their quarterly report for earnings. Once that happens and once they get through the trouble, BDO, their accounting firm, is going to help them release these earnings, and then I think you will start to see a longer-term upswing with SMCI. Until then, very short-term plays to make sure you capitalize on some gains.
All right, so that is all we have for you guys. Thank you guys so much. Drew, join me over here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us here. If you guys want more of this, Gareth is going to be doing a recording on the game plan tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for you guys, more market action, and we're looking forward to Wednesday.
Yeah,
so
we'll be here doing Trading the Close with you all this week while Gareth's out of town. Check out the VWAP course by Dr. B. It just highlighted and went on sale this last Friday. Folks are jumping on it. It's a great day trading course. Hope you guys enjoy, but we look forward to being back and joining you guys tomorrow.
Yep, we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one.
Take care.